And rather than going over the technical stuff of the pictures today, I think we're going to go over why we're choosing the compositions we're after.
They're going to get in our heads, which is dangerous.
Right. Yeah, not much in mind. All right. Well, that only took about, what, 2 hours to get here?
About 2 hours, 2 hours,
2 hours,
15
right.
minutes, something like that.
Yeah, from Waynesville, so it wasn't that bad of a drive at all. Saw a little bit of snow along the way. And we are here at a place called Falling Spring, which is on South 19, Highway 19. So if you can find that in Missouri and go south. We're not too terribly far from Arkansas, but you know, it's still a full county away. Which county is Shannon? Is that the one?
Well, I think we're in Shannon County. What's the town? Winona?
Yeah.
Winona, Missouri. I've never been here. Steve's been here before.
Right, yeah. My brother-in-law dragged me here on New Year's Day a few years ago, and I was amazed. What we have here at Falling Spring, if you can't see it in the background yet, is that a spring has kind of been routed through this bluff, and so it's literally falling from the bluff down toward the paddle wheel for the mill.
Yeah, I've never been here, but I was telling Steve I saw a lot of Facebook posts of this place. I didn't know where it was. I didn't know this is where we're coming.
And I'm like,
And Steve said originally, hey, we'll just go down there and scout it out because we're thinking spring or maybe next winter if we get a real cold, snowy day, we'd probably come back.
and so even though the sun is what, Chamber of Commerce days?
Yeah, it's blue skies again.
Yeah, we can still find things to take pictures of, so that's what we're going to work on doing.
So let's go do it. Okay, so Steve and I's over here. We're going to do a vertical pano. Steve said he's never heard of that.
No.
So we're going to try that. We're going to do maybe 5 shots. Now, in a horizontal pano, you turn your camera vertical because you want as much information, sky included. So it's just the opposite of what you would think. On a horizontal, you're going to turn your camera vertical. On this composition, since we're doing a vertical pano, we're going to turn our camera horizontal. You want about a 30%, 25% overlap. So what you have to do, the first shot, you're going to look at the top of your frame and say, I got to add that to the bottom of the next frame.
Okay. And while we've been standing here, a bat has been flying around.
Which was cool.
It was cool.
During the day.
And I'm still picking out spots in the picture to overlap.
Okay, so you picked your shutter speed. You can hand hold at 320 at f8.
Mm-hmm.
Now just go in there and compose your picture. Fire away. If it gets dark, your ISO will go up. If it gets too bright, it'll go down.
All right, what's capturing my eye today? Let's see. One thing, I like leading lines. And so here on the ground we have somebody put in little 4x4s with gravel in them, kind of a railroad track effect. But I would also be worried about too much sun at the top of my photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a knee to help emphasize the leading lines. And it'll also make the mill look a little bit larger than it really is. Got my focus, snap. And something else, even though I've been here many times, I still like to start big and then work my way small.
Say that again.
Oh, start big, work my way small.
What do you mean, start big?
Kind of an overview of what's happening here. I noticed when we were here earlier that there might be some chance for intimate kind of photos, and so I'm standing here looking at the paddle wheel. And even though everyone comes here hoping to get a picture of the waterfall, and we'll still do that, I mean, it's here, got the paddle wheel, and the paddle wheel interests me, so I'm going to try to compose this in such a way. But on that one, the wheel is sweeping down from the top of the photo to the bottom of the photo. Got some gears in the background. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. I used a bit of what's called, I call it drag focus. In other words, I focused where I wanted to, then I moved my camera a little bit to recompose. And hopefully the focus stayed at the spot I originally focused on. Oh, and we got an armadillo climbing on the rocks over there. And he's too far away to get a good picture of, so not gonna worry about him. I call it album cover. Like for those of us who are old enough to have bought albums back in the day. And it'd just be a mood photo. There's nothing other than that. It's just this window. Yeah, this is one time where putting something in the dead center of your composition might be the best thing. Usually you try to put stuff for the left third or right third.
Let's see your picture.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. What about the last one you took?
Oh.
Of course, I'll get his pictures when he, yeah. And again, the flashes mean that those are clipping highlights, but he can bring them in post-production.
Yeah, and something I already see.
And he's got a little lens flare going on.
Yeah, even though we got the lens hood on.
There we go. Wide angles are really known for having lens flare. That's good. I like that. The only thing I don't like about it, it's not your fault, that new roof.
I called it nice texture.
Okay. With that, what lens you got on, Steve?
12 to 24.
Do you ever take it off?
No, not anymore. Got it for landscape photography. You talked me into it. KEH Photo, if they want to throw us any swag.
Swag and maybe sponsor us.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, got it from them. So it's a used lens, but some people are moving to different cameras and like mirrorless perhaps, and they don't need these lenses anymore, so they're selling them off. So their loss is my gain. I like the roots. Roots are really cool. They go all sorts of directions. There doesn't appear to be any rhyme or reason to them. So I'll move back down to F8. And then one more I noticed I wanted to get before we leave. Just here to my left, it snowed. And so there's snow right here. A tiny, tiny bit. Oh yeah, those greens pop.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice. Steve, you brought me to a good spot. What I see is I want motion blur. There's a little wind on the water, but there's a lot of still. I see branches moving just a little bit, which won't hurt the composition. Now I'm going to go get another filter. I'm going to get my 3-stop neutral density filter. Now, neutral density filters is basically putting sunglasses on your lens. This is where the magnet ones would be nice. They make magnet filters. 15-second exposure. The idea here is that's going to be, the waterfall itself is going to be real blurry. I'm going to focus again on the, and it's having a hard time focusing. I may have to zoom in. Nope, it did. I saw this composition when Steve was up here, and I was chomping at the bit to get it. I'm going to move a little more towards camera, but kind of the same thing that Steve saw. I like the texture of the wood. I like the doorway, but I'm sure, even with my camera, that the doorway is going to be too dark, and then I see the green rock over here. I don't know if I can get all that in composition. I wanted to show you my L bracket, why I like it so much. So I'm loosening my tripod. I'm just turning my camera to a vertical position, and then I'm tightening it up. Here's the most important thing: never let go of your camera until you do that. That's as wide as this lens goes. I don't have the right lens for this picture, so I'm going to just do one of the waterfall. And I'm going to try a long exposure again. Now, my main subject is the waterfall, so I'm going to focus there, shut off everything so I can see it. Well, we're done at Falling Springs. What's your take? You think you got some winners?
I don't know about winners, but I came here expecting to take no photos.
This
thought
was
we were-
supposed to be just scouting, but
Yeah, just scouting which way's the sun going, what's the thing going to look like at sunset, are there any dogwoods around or redbuds, which occurs to me we forgot to look. But anyway, Mike got an eyeball full of this place and said, nope, got to get out the camera. We got to at least take a few and see what we can get. So we did, and this is one of those spots that you can come to over and over again through the seasons.
But glad Steve brought me here. It's a beautiful spot. Okay, we're going to go to another spot. That'll be our next video, so come back and join us there.